Hey everyone, it's Ollie Lindley here from One Number, and today I wanted to walk you through highlight actions, a super useful tool that you can add into your dashboards to help people see elements on dashboards without filtering down to exclude a whole bunch of other information. You might be familiar with highlighters from worksheets like this, right? You've got a scatter plot, you right click on category, on color, and you say show highlighter. And then you're able to just highlight one category out of the three, which is pretty cool. So you're not actually filtering down the worksheet, you're just highlighting the points. Nice. In a dashboard, it looks like this, right? You're able to interact with sheet number one, in our case, the map, to highlight all the points in sheet number two, the scatter plot. So these are the categories broken down for the East region, which is really, really nice. Now, you might be thinking, well, hang on, why wouldn't you just filter it? Well, if you filter the dashboard down, so you use a filter action instead, what happens is it works, the scatter plot is changing, but you are limiting the number of points that you're seeing and you're losing the context that we have from this highlighter, right? So here with the highlighter, I'm not losing any points. I'm not removing points from the view. I'm just highlighting those points so I can see, okay, the south seems to be quite clustered towards that 0 point, whereas the west has got some of our big outliers, things like that. You can see that where you couldn't necessarily see it without a little bit of analysis here. So if you wanted to build that in, although this is a very simple dashboard with 2 worksheets, you can build it into any dashboard. Now, the way it would work is that you got to choose which sheet you're going to sort of hover over or click on to initiate the action, and then which sheet or sheets you want to have the action apply to. So in our case, I'm going to hover over the map, and this is going to change. So let's go up to dashboard and say actions. I'm going to add an action, and I'll choose a highlight action. Okay, and I'll just call this like highlight, and then maybe we'll say map to scatter, something like that, just so I know which one it is. So I'm gonna, the sheet that I'm gonna interact with is my map. So I'll click on map and I'll say hover on the map. So when I hover on my map in the dashboard highlight work through, the target sheet is gonna be the scatter plot in the dashboard highlight work through dashboard. Okay, nice. Now, you don't need to select one field. You could say all fields. Sometimes you'll need to select just one field. So maybe in our case, we go down to selected fields and choose region and then click OK. So if you're running into a problem, come back here and make sure that the right fields are selected. Sometimes Tableau gets a little bit confused. Okay, let's go back and take a look. Okay, so nothing is highlighting. This is actually a pretty common problem when you're setting up highlight actions. And the issue would be that the region field is found in this sheet, but not in this sheet. So we want to make sure that this sheet contains the region field somewhere. And it doesn't necessarily need to be front and center, but in order for Tableau to run this highlight action, you've got to make sure that it's on both of the sheets or all the sheets that you want to highlight. So let's navigate to this sheet. Go and fetch that region field. Here it is. I'm going to drop it onto detail. It's not going to generate any more points, but it is now in the sheet. So I'll go back here, and now that highlighter is running just fine. So super useful tool. You can use it all over the place. It's really nice. I feel like on hover, it's quite intuitive, right? Like you just hover over regions in this point, and it's all highlighting on the other one. Of course, a click is fine, but it's pretty cool. So if you've got any trouble implementing it, let us know. We'd love to help. You can always book an office hour with us if you want to implement more technical solutions, you're facing problems, or you just want to have some customized learning of Tableau. And if you want a more structured learning path, why not come and join us for a couple of classes this coming winter? We've got a great suite of classes that we'd love to see you on. And that'll really take you from a Tableau beginner all the way through to an expert. And I think it's a fantastic structured learning path. Any questions, reach out to us, drop a comment below. We'll try and get back to you as soon as we can. All the best.